When the Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan arrived in the Philippines in 1521, he brought the Christian faith with him. The ruler of Cebu Island, Raja Humabon, and his queen, Hara Humamamay, were the first Filipinos to be baptized, becoming Carlos and Joanna. On the day Queen Joanna was baptized, Magellan presented her the image of the Holy Child, known as Santo Niño. A few days after the baptism, Magellan undertook a war expedition on behalf of the newly named Carlos and attacked Mactan Island. His forces were defeated by Lapu-Lapu's forces, and Magellan succumbed to his injuries. After his defeat, the newly baptized Cebuanos lost faith in the power of Santo Niño, and it's a miracle that the image has survived. The next Spanish expedition arrived 44 years later, led by Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. He bombarded Cebu village, leaving 1,500 homes burned to the ground and 500 natives dead. Amidst the ruins, the Spaniards found the image of Santo Niño in a wooden pine box, undamaged. The survival of the statue restored the faith in its miraculous powers. A church to house Santo Niño was built on the spot where the image was found. That bamboo and rattan church gradually evolved into the Basilica Minore de Santo Niño. Heavy bombardment during World War II reduced the Santo Niño church to dust, but the image was found unscathed again. Cebu has become the pilgrim center for Christian devotees of Santo Niño. For 3 weeks each January, religious, cultural, and festive events draw millions of worshippers to Cebu. An estimated 5.2 million people visited the Sinulog festival in 2026. The highlights of the festival is during the third weekend of January, starting early morning with a bang. The fluvial parade is the reenactment of the arrival in 1521 of the Santo Niño in Cebu on board of Ferdinand Magellan flagship named Trinidad. After the fluvial parade, we head to Sambak Barangay in the old city center for the foot procession. We walk from the Legazpi Extension Road near Pier 1 in the direction of the Basilica. Locals put up food and souvenir stalls, taking advantage of the large influx of devotees. This entrance leads to Plaza Independencia. The crowds are increasing on Legazpi Street. On Padre Burgos, we enter the pilgrim area that surrounds the Basilica, where the prayers of the church services continuously echo from the loudspeakers. Looking into Osmeña Boulevard, leading to the northern entrance of the Basilica. Police are keeping the lines narrow to prevent people from being trampled. Looking into Magallanes Street, leading to the south entrance of the Basilica. We cross Plaza Sugbu, adjacent of the Basilica, and head west, looking for a good location to watch the foot procession. The structure with the coned roof houses Magellan Cross. Opposite McDonald's on Osmeña and Coulon, my niece and I found a good spot.
We're at Coulon Street waiting for the Santo Niño.
Yes, we are waiting, like thousands and thousands of other people. We didn't have to wait for long before the procession arrived. A sea of people down Osmeña Boulevard for as long as the eye could see in both directions. And this is what it's all about, dear viewers. The image of Santo Niño, or the Holy Child Jesus, believed to have extraordinary powers, in a glass display case placed on a small pushcart and covered in flowers. After the props had passed, the processionists kept on coming with no end in sight, and we decided to call it a day and head back to our apartment. The next day, being the third Sunday of January, we headed towards the parade route via the Central Nautical Highway. It is 30 degrees Celsius and we have to slog our way past the spectators to find a good spot. And this, dear friends, is the highlight of Sinulog, the Grand Parade. Each dance group is headed by a festival queen. She represents Queen Joanna, who, together with her husband, King Carlos, were the first Filipinos to be baptized. She is holding the Santo Niño in her arms and using it to bless her people. Since the recovery of the image of Santo Niño from the burning hut by the Legazpi's troops in 1565, Cebu has grown into a major pilgrim center with devotees flocking to the city every year to attend the foot procession of the Santo Niño. Only in 1980, the Cebu city government gave incentives also to tribal dance groups, giving birth to the Sinulog parade. It all started with a simple dance that represents the sulok, or the current of the Guadalupe River in Cebu. And the word Sinulog translates as graceful dance. With the festival's evolution, the dances became more splendid and grandiose. Some dances represent historical events surrounding the Santo Niño. We hope you enjoy this colorful spectacle. celebrities are employed for commercial promotions. Here, Emilio Daes is promoting KFC to much excitement of the ladies. Oops, here we have Coco Martin and Schmugglers promoting Toyota. Afterwards, on our way back to the car, we stumbled upon this little street scene. Roasting a lechon babui downtown on the side of the road in preparation for the neighborhood fiesta.